Hello and welcome. The Education Data Initiative reports that college enrollment of adult students aged 30 to 34 has decreased. And the graduation rates of adults over the age of 30 is only 14.2%. Adult or non-traditional students are unique with their situations. They're not the typical students that we think about when it comes to the college student. They do have unique situations that create another set of limitations or obstacles that they may have to face throughout their time at school. An additional section to the CAS website dedicated to non-traditional students would be an additional resource to those currently enrolled to help with that success. Today I would like to take a look at the current site that we have for non-traditional students, as well as proposing what needs to be implemented in addition to what is already in place. With the addition of a new site, links, resources, the additional opportunity for communications can be increased to help students with their success. The current site, I would like to take a look into that, is housed under the admissions page under CAS. It informs us about non-traditional students. It includes our mission statement. It also lets us know how often non-traditional students do meet, which is 5 virtual informational sessions each year, as well as 2 get-togethers throughout the year. The site also defines what a non-traditional student is. And if we do look into that, it pretty much are adult learners, 25 and over. They may be a parent or have a dependent, might already have some college credits. Even retired military would be considered a non-traditional student. The things that define a non-traditional student also helps us to understand what additional responsibilities that they have, and also how that may be an obstacle, especially when it comes to things like time management. This site is more so to attract potential students rather than to provide resource to existing non-traditional students. I propose that an internal site does need to be created just for non-traditional students. It should be internal only for those students and include important links. We do have our portal which has many links in it, but for non-traditional students trying to learn what each link is for, things may get lost or missed. This internal site should also have resources for our non-traditional students. Informational videos on demand would also be a great incorporation to add to the existing support that is in place. So links and resources that need to be included for non-traditional students, they need to be the general links that any student would need or frequently use, as well as some tailored links to resources. Maybe even some guidance or tips for success. Non-traditional students do tend to have, those unique situations, and knowing how to navigate through those obstacles that may arise would be important. Some of the tips for success could even be things such as time management or providing a healthy balance between school, life, work. It's also important that we incorporate some on-demand videos in this site as well. We do have informational sessions that are held throughout the year, which is fantastic. The support we get is great. However, for some non-traditional students, it may be nearly impossible to attend these sessions. If they're unable to attend, they may feel left out, or maybe that they missed some important information. Having these videos on demand would be great for those who cannot attend, and even for those who were able to attend, but maybe they forgot some of the information that was discussed or needed to revisit. This way it would allow access around the clock so that way our non-traditional students can view it when it is convenient for them and not have to miss out on any of that information or feel left out or confused. This new site would also need to have a directory. It is important that we know who our support staff is. In addition to our current instructors, non-traditional students should maintain communications with their advisors as well as the dedicated support staff. Having someone to be able to talk to and easily find their information is important for the success of any student. For a non-traditional student, it's even more important to be able to talk to somebody that understands and has been trained and specifically focuses in the unique situations that we face. It would also be important that a way to communicate with other non-traditional students is listed within this website. Peer support is extremely helpful in the success of any student. But with peer support, there is more of a commonality between the two students. For a non-traditional student, one of the things that would help is having a peer that can relate to more of those experiences that they've had. Being able to talk to one another, even if it is not a formal peer session, but just being able to talk and relate is important. It allows more opportunity for encouragement, more opportunity to talk things out, as well as to help each other. If there is something that one student, the other student, maybe that listening ear, or perhaps could offer some advice based on their own experiences. Non-traditional students were not typical. We do have other obstacles and challenges that the traditional student has not faced or experienced yet. And a more unique dedication and resources would help with maintaining success, increasing the retention rate of non-traditional students, as well as the graduation rate. Thank you everybody for your time.